everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then hi, my name is Caitlin. Welcome, and today I'm going to be talking about my least used eyeshadow palettes in the year of 2023. So unfortunately, a lot of my eyeshadow palettes have only been used once or even 0 times this year, and that makes me really sad. So today I thought I'd come on camera, share my thoughts on them, the reasons possibly why I haven't used them, and just have a chat and hopefully use them a lot more next year. There are some reasons behind these, and a lot of those reasons sadly is because I do a lot of project panning here on my channel, and that means a lot of my products do get neglected if they aren't rolled into a project. Some of my projects are randomized, so I don't really have full reign of what I can use in my collection and what sadly does go unloved. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. We are in Vlogmas right now, which means I am uploading 31 days in December. Every single day there will be a new fun video for you to watch here on this channel. I hope you're enjoying it so far. I am so buzzing. As always, everything on my face as well as everything that I talk about in this video will be linked in the description box down below. They will be affiliate links, so if you do shop using my links, thank you so much. It really does mean the world to me. It just means that I get a small commission back from your sale with no extra expense to you. It just helps my channel out and it is a great way of supporting me and the things that I do here. Okay, so let's jump into it. Let's start with one that does make me quite sad, and that is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. So the reason why this palette has been so neglected this year is because I have been panning the Modern Renaissance as my pan that palette, and that has been my ultimate focus palette this year. And sadly, this is very similar. There are a few duplicate shades in the Soft Glam. So Tempera's a duplicate, Burnt Orange is a duplicate, Cypress Umber is a duplicate. I think that's it. You think I'd know because I've been panning the Modern Renaissance all year, but clearly not. But it is a very similar colour story to the Modern Renaissance. The Modern Renaissance does have more pinks in it, but this overall is very warm toned. And as I said, I've been panning so many warm tones this year that this just hasn't had the time to shine. I have done one look with this, which was my Christmas party glam. I did do a full Christmas party tutorial, so if you're going to a Christmas party and you're a little bit stuck of what makeup to do, I'll link it up in the cards so you can follow that. It's super beginner friendly and it does use this palette. However, you can use any neutral palette for that look. I do enjoy this palette and I do enjoy reaching for it. But as I said, I've just had other focuses this year, so sadly this has only been used one time, which breaks my heart. I really hope that I can get some kind of use out of it next year. Maybe rolling a shade into my Pan Those eyeshadows would be a really good way of getting use out of it. But for this year, sadly, it has gone a little bit unloved. Next, we have my She Glam Chromosome palette, and I have used this 0 times, no times at all. Which is kind of sad. I don't support She Glam anymore just because of their conditions for their workers. If something comes out that is like concrete evidence that they have improved their work conditions, then I would probably buy from them again. But Shein and She Glam, completely off the radar for me right now. I think that has put a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth when it comes to this brand, and maybe that's why I've been a lot more hesitant to reach for this. The quality of this eyeshadow palette is spectacular though, apart from the packaging, because you can see how scratched and beaten up this is. It does remind me a lot of the Subculture, which is amazing because I am slightly scared of using my Subculture palette just because it is discontinued and I don't want to like use it all up and then run out of things. So this is a great replacement palette when I want to do something like that without the fear of being left high and dry. This blue is a multi-chrome and it is stunning. So yeah, it's just, I think it is the brand. It's just the brand's giving me a bit of an ick. But this palette does not have any pans in it, as you can see. Maybe it would be a good project level up palette so that we can get a few pans and a little bit of usage on this. I think that would be amazing. Another palette that I have not used at all this year is the Just My Luck palette from Colourpop. So this is the green monochromatic palette, as you can see here. I do have two pans in this palette, in the shade Mary Jane, and also the shade Charmed here as well has a pan. I very, very rarely do all green looks. I use green more as an accent colour to other kind of colour stories. I don't know if I've ever done like an all green look. I probably have at some point, but like I can't think of one. Maybe I should do like a rainbow series on my Instagram or something like that. And I think these Colourpop palettes would be amazing to do that with. I don't know, just an idea that came into my head there. I do really like these army greens and also Mary Jane here, which is like that chartreusey green. These primary like greens do scare me. I don't think they complement my colouring specifically. I have very blue eyes, brown hair. Maybe if I had brown eyes, these would complement me a lot more. But I don't know, there's something in my gut that is pulling me away from green, and I'm not too sure what that is. But yeah, maybe a rainbow series would be really, really good to do on my Instagram. I think that would be really fun to do. So definitely follow my Instagram. It's caitlin.c_official. I will link it in the description as always as well. You can get close-ups of all my looks there. So stick around, and if you want me to do the rainbow series, leave it down in the comments below. Let me know. Another palette that would be amazing for this rainbow series is the Main Squeeze palette. I have used this once this year, which is sad. I think reds suit me so much, but I am so scared of them, not gonna lie, I really am. Like, this all red palette is terrifying to me, but with my blue eyes, you can't really see them today, I don't think, but my eyes do look kind of zombie-like sometimes. I'll leave a picture here of where it's like really noticeable, but in certain lights my eyes look like white and it's really strange. But anyway, I think reds really do bring them out and really do make them look really, really blue. Maybe not zombie blue, but but very blue. I do like these shades. In theory, I love this palette, but in practice, I just don't reach for it. Another reason why I may not have reached for this palette too much is, again, my Pan That palette. That is the Modern Renaissance, and it does have a red shade in there as well. So you can see with this palette, you can get some variety of reds, but not much, you know. A lot of these reds are very, very similar tones, and with red ochre in my Pan That palette, it kind of covers this area. But again, rainbow series possibly coming up. I will probably use all of my Colourpop monochromatic palettes for that, and I think that would be such a cool idea. I'm actually really buzzing for that now. So a palette I have not used at all, and it breaks my heart. This actually really broke my heart. My Huda Beauty Wild Jaguar palette. This is one of my favourite palettes, and looking at it, I understand why. Again, it's my Pan That palette getting in the way. My Pan That palette has this lid setting shade. It has this dark brown matte. It has this kind of mauvey taupey shade. I guess I could probably use the shimmers from this palette quite easily with my Pan That palette. That would be a really good thing to do and to like dip into. So maybe after this video, I will kind of dip into these shimmer shades with my Pan That palette. But the mattes in here are just so similar to the Modern Renaissance that it's just kind of sat here, and that's really sad to say. This middle shade especially is so stunning. It's one of those like sheer shimmers, like super high shine but like sheer. So it goes with so many different looks as well. It is gorgeous. It is perfect for the winter. This was one of my first YouTube reviews, actually, I think. It was way back when it got like no views, but it does have a very special place in my heart. As soon as I saw the promo pictures for this palette all those years ago, I knew I had to have it, and it is so beautiful. It's so stunning. And I could probably do this as a Pan That palette. I think that would be really, really, really fun. But this year, it has not been used at all. I'm so sorry. And finally, I have a palette that has only been used one time this year, unfortunately. And that is my P. Louise Stack 'Em Up palette. This is straight up my street. So I don't know why I've only used it once. This was in a No Pan Left Behind way back when, probably like last year sometime. And it is so stunning. It is straight up my alley. It is gorgeous. These shades are beautiful to me. I could wear them every single day. Like, just looking at this palette makes me happy. It makes me so happy. So I don't know why I haven't used it. I do think if I really focused on this palette, I could get such good use out of it. Again, maybe a project level up contender. I do hand choose those palettes that roll into that project, which I find a lot easier than randomizing it because I'm a scaredy cat, clearly. But all of these shades are so gorgeous. Blues, I love. Hopefully now that it's winter, I might be able to get some use out of it, but as of filming this right now, I've used this a mere one time. Breaks my heart. So that is it. They are my least used eyeshadow palettes in my whole collection this year. I do have about, I think it's 36 palettes in my collection. I do have an inventory video coming quite soon, so definitely stick around for that to hear all the numbers and comparisons, especially since I did my big declutter as well. So it's going to be really, really satisfying. Do you have an eyeshadow palette that you have not touched this year? Let me know down below, and let me know why you haven't played with it this year, because I do feel like project panning does get in the way of my wider collection sometimes, and that's really sad. So this is where I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I hope you are enjoying Vlogmas. It is going very smoothly so far. So hopefully I can make it to the end of the month and the end of the year and have 31 amazing uploads. It's definitely a challenge, but I am loving it. Have an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye!